guys, welcome back again to another video. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Damilola. I'm a YouTuber based in Ontario, Canada, and I love to share content about how you can successfully move to Canada as a student, because I am currently a student in Canada. I moved here a few months ago, and yeah, join the family by clicking the subscribe button down below. If you don't want to come to Canada, but have you not subscribed, join the family by clicking the subscribe button down below, and also turn on notifications to be the first to get my videos every time I post a video. Okay, thank you. So guys, in today's video I've decided to share my experience on how I moved to Canada, or like everything I did from start to finish. So how I started my journey: December of 2019, or November I think of 2019, I started thinking towards coming to study in Canada, and I started like trying to seek admission, doing research, going to Google schools and everything like that I needed to do. So I started doing research, and I was just thinking, how am I going to get into this country to study? How am I going to get into this country to study? That was what I had in my head every single time. So in December of 2019, after plenty of my research, I discovered Fanshawe College, and I saw the course I wanted to study, and I was like, okay, this is a school I would love to apply to. But for some reason, I did not apply by myself. I got to know about an agent. There's this agency that helps people apply to schools and also help them to apply for their visa, their study visa. So when I heard about them, I was like, okay, let me give it a shot. So I reached out to them, and luckily for me, it was like God was telling me something. Fanshawe College was one of the universities, was one of the colleges they have affiliation with. I reached out to them and I was like, okay, I already saw this school and I would love to apply to this school. This is the course I intend on studying. This is the course I want to do. Please, can you like just give me everything? Can you let me know what I need to know? Can you tell me what I need to know so I can like start the process? And they were like, oh, I don't really need anything for now. They just need my passport, the scanned copy of my passport, because I never saw them. They were in Abuja and I was living in Lagos. So they were like, the scanned copy of my passport, my undergraduate certificate, and like things like that. They just asked for a few things and I sent it to them, and they were like, okay, I should just hold on. They will apply for me and they will give me feedback. The money they collected was supposed to be for the admission, processing the admission, and also processing the visa. Okay, so I was like, okay, let's even see, let's hope that we get admission. At this point, I did not tell any single soul about it, because I was like, what if they scam me? But I was praying that God, please don't let this people scam me, because my hard-earned money. I waited for about 4 weeks. I contacted them at the end of December, and third week in January they sent me a WhatsApp message that my admission had been granted, and I was super excited. So they sent me admission letter and everything, and they were like, I need to pay my tuition fee in 1 month from the time I got admission. I need to pay my first semester tuition fee from 1 month from the time I got my admission. So that day they told me that I had gotten admission, I called my dad, I called my parents, and I told them, and they were really happy for me, because they knew like the December I applied. We talked about it, but I did not tell them I had applied. And after that, I paid the first semester tuition school fees in February, and I started gathering my documents together. Mind you, I know some people will come and ask me that the agents that helps me to get admission, I should give them their number. Those people, my eyes saw when, I don't know if it's when or when, I saw something in their hand. Like, you know, when somebody is doing something for you and you paid for the service, and they were telling me that I would reach out to them, and they would tell me that please I should stop disturbing them. I'm not the only student they are working with. I'll wait for them to send me like a DM, or wait for them to like call me and tell me like give me updates of my application, and they will not. I'm the one that will, like, after maybe few days, 1 week, I'm the one that will like send them I'm the one that will send them DM, I'll be send them message or call them that what's the progress of this thing? Your people are not telling me anything. That's when they'll say, I should not stress, I should just hold on. It's not only me they are working with, I should calm down. I was like, okay, I'll calm down. So now I got my admission, I paid my tuition fee. And when I was going to pay my tuition fee, it was another struggle. I'll reach out to them again, they'll be using me to do shakara. Anyways, that's by the way. After I now paid my tuition fee, it was time for me to like start processing my visa. I reached out to them and they were telling me some very, very funny stories. That's why I said, do your research. Agents are crazy. A lot of agents, like 90% of agents, especially the ones in Nigeria, they are crazy. They just want to collect your money. And when they are done collecting your money, when they finish draining you of your added money, they will run away. They will leave you. So they were telling me some things that I already saw online, and I was like, this is not gelling. It is not making sense. Honestly, I'm not going to like advise anybody to use the agents, because I'm never going to drop their name, and anybody that asks me for their name, I'm not going to give you their name. I'm not going to drop their number. So there's no point in you asking me. Back to my gist. Anyways, so after I got my admission, I paid my tuition fee and reached out to the agents that we should start my visa application, and they were telling me so many funny stories. So I was like, these people, I will shank them. So I just left them. I did not reach out to them again. I started doing my research. I was practically living on YouTube and living on Google. I was doing my research, trying to find out what are the things I need. I was sending messages to my school. My school sent me a checklist of things I needed to, like, the things I needed to show. I filmed a video before this video listing some things, like things you need, like some of the documents you need to apply for the visa. So if you watch that video before this one, I'm going to link it up somewhere. I reached out to my school, they sent me a checklist. So I started using that checklist to like guide myself. The checklist was just for me to guide myself, the things I need to provide, all the things I need to apply. There's also a checklist on Canada immigration websites where you find the things you need to take along when you're applying. I started gathering my necessary documents, trying to print out my statement of account. I started trying to like get reference letter from my office, and I was not fast about it. It took me about approximately 2 months for me to like finish gathering all my documents, all the things I needed to apply with, my police clearance certificate, my bank statement, my statement of purpose. My statement of purpose was one of the reasons why I delayed, because I wrote my statement of purpose, I think I said it before, I wrote my statement of purpose for almost a month. It took me almost a month to like complete my statement of purpose. I will write it, send it to my brother. I wrote my statement of purpose and like re-edited it about 3 times just to make sure it was accurate. I just needed everything perfect. After I wrote my statement of purpose and I felt that it was now okay, now at this point it was like almost the end of April. Another reason why I delayed so long before I applied was because it was at the point when I wanted to apply that there was lockdown. That was when they announced the lockdown, and I was like, oh my god, why now? Like, nothing was working. banks were not working, like nothing was working. Basically everything was shut down, so I couldn't even like get my statement of account from bank. I couldn't, my dad couldn't go to work, so everything was like on hold. So when they lifted the lockdown a bit, when the lockdown was like lifted to an extent, banks were now working, like things were beginning to move back to normal gradually. And this was at the end of April towards the beginning of May. So I got my statement of account, my dad's statement of account, we added it together, I scanned and I applied online on the 18th of May 2020. I applied on the 18th of May 2020. When I applied, I started praying. And I would advise you apply online. Online, you'll be able to track everything online. So when I applied online, I knew that it was not in my hand anymore. It was not in the hands of the visa officers and the people that will go through my application and approve it. So I started praying. Prayer is the key. Like I started praying, backing my application with prayers, because I felt I had applied with a good enough documents. So now it is left in the hands of God and the people that will give it to me. So I was like, I just need favor. I just need favor from God and favor from all those people that would like go through my application and everything. So when you apply, pray. After applying, make sure you start praying and backing it up with prayer, because one single thing can just go wrong and everything is done. So I started praying and waiting. And 2 days after I applied, on the 20th of May, I got biometrics requests. I got a request to do my biometrics. But at this point, the VFS office, which is the visa collection office in Nigeria, at that time they were not opened. So I had to wait. I could not do biometrics, and there was a clause on the biometrics that after 30 days or 60 days, I can't remember, after 60 days, I guess, if you've not done your biometrics, you won't be able to do it any longer. So I was like, okay, this is becoming something else. So luckily for me, a few weeks after I got that biometrics request letter, RCC made a new law that 60 days restriction is no longer going to be there. So anytime the visa application center in your country opens, you can go to do your biometrics. So I was relaxed for that time. I was relaxed to some extent. So the wait started again. I started waiting. First month went, May, June, July, August, nothing. May, June, July, nothing. Absolutely nothing from VFS. Absolutely nothing from Canada. And I'm like, what is happening? So on the 4th of August 2020, I got a mail from RLC from Canada that I had gotten the first stage of approval, because at that point, because of COVID and because of the lockdown restrictions and because people could not come into Canada any longer, people had to originally, let me put it out there, originally my program was supposed to start in September, but because of the way everything was slow and dragging, I had to like defer my admission to January of 2021. So Canada now initiated a new law, a new plan to help people. Like, it is going to be, the approval is now going to be divided into 2 stages. There's the first stage, which is the approval in principle, and there's the final approval. So now everybody was praying for approval in principle. On the 4th of August, I got approval in principle, and I was super duper excited. But at this point, I already deferred my admission. So the meaning of approval in principle means that you have been approved, you've passed the first stage of approval, Now you can start your classes online, and you can like start from anywhere, your home country or wherever you are. You can start your classes online. So I was like, I passed first stage. Let's hope I pass second stage. And if I pass the second stage, I will come to Canada and resume for January. So I was waiting and waiting and waiting. Then after, I think 2 weeks after I got approval in principle, I also got medical requests. And everybody always says that when you get medical requests from Canada, that is a good sign that you are going to be approved, that you're going to get your visa. So I got medical request about 2 weeks after I got approval in principle, and I was like, hey, this thing is going in the right direction. I did my medicals in IOM. I don't know the full meaning of IOM anymore, but IOM is an hospital, one of the two hospitals that be clinics that you can get your medicals done in Nigeria for coming to Canada. Yeah, there are only two in Nigeria, which is IOM and there's Q Life. I did it in IOM because it was in Ikeja and I didn't want to have to like travel all the way to the island, so I did it in Ikeja. I did my medicals and I passed my medicals. My medicals was updated on my portal, on my Canada study portal, that I had passed my medicals. So now I was just waiting. The last thing I was waiting for now was passport request and final approval. I got those two things in August. Just imagine, August. I applied in May, didn't get anything till August. I got approval in principle and medical request, and my medical was passed in August. Then I started waiting. August, September, there was nothing. October, there was nothing. For almost 3 months, there was nothing. Then in November 20th, November 18th, I got passport requests, and I was so happy. I got passport request that my application had been approved, and I should send my passports for stamping. And I was like, God, hey God, that was like the happiest day of my life. Honestly, I was so excited. I was just too excited. I don't even know what other things you use to classify my excitement any longer. But I was so excited. I sent my passport through DHL. I missed something out. In August, after I got my medical request, no, before I got my medical request in August, after I got approval in principle, a lot of people were talking about GCMS notes. There's something called GCMS notes. Apply for GCMS notes. And I'm like, okay, GCMS notes is Case Global Management System. This system is used to like help you tell if you have been approved of your visa, because there are sometimes that they've approved your visa like long ago, but it just takes time for them to like issue the approval to you. I don't know how it works, but I had to like order for my GCMS note. It took about 30 days, and when my GCMS note came, it showed that I had been approved, but I had not gotten anything. So I was seriously waiting and hoping for my approval. For passport came back and there was visa stamped on it, and I was so excited. And yeah, I booked my flight, came to Canada, and now I am in Canada, and that is the end of my story. I'm such a child. Like, that is the end of it. That is how I started my process, from getting admission, seeking admission, to getting admission, to using stupid agents to get my admission, to finally applying for the visa by myself, to getting my visa approved, even against all odds. A lot of people like told me, apply to other countries. Canada will not give you the visa. Canada doesn't give people study visa. They give only few people that have plenty money. My advice: don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let everybody talk you down on what you want to do. If you know that really you want to do this thing, try it first. Try to do it first. try applying first. If they don't give you, try applying again. There are people that tried 4 times and finally they got it. So try applying again. Try and try. If really you want to come, you are going to get it. Okay? So yeah, I need to go and sleep. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And also, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe right now. Abi, don't you enjoy this video? Subscribe, help your girl, okay? Help me grow on this channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.